My mama told me when I was young, we're all born superstars.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at the albums that ruled the 2010s. The ones we no doubt still will be listening to and appreciating for decades to come.
I want it, I stuck yellow on it. I dream it, I work hard, I grind till I own it.
Number 10, Body Talk, Robyn.
Somebody said you got a new friend.
In 2010, Robyn had an idea to release 3 mini-albums rather than one big one. However, for one reason or another, after the release of the first 2 small LPs, Body Talk Part 1 and Body Talk Part 2, she went ahead and put out a full-length record.
I keep dancing on my own.
Body Talk was both a separate album and a compilation of 5 new tracks, as well as the best songs from Part 1 and Part 2.
This is hardcore, and I'm indestructible.
Fans had been waiting 5 years since the singer's eponymous Robyn, and the Swedish pop star didn't disappoint. From Indestructible to Call You a Girlfriend, Robyn gives catchy dance pop a deeper intellectual appeal. And speaking of appeal, Rolling Stone magazine called it the 196th greatest album of all time. Number 9, After Laughter, Paramore. After Laughter was Paramore's first album since the return of 3 former members who'd left over the course of the previous decade. However, while the personnel might have been familiar, the music sure wasn't. Known for their alt and pop-punk sounds, Paramore took their inspiration for this album from the new wave music of the 1980s. It might not have been what we were used to from them, but given the album's debut at number 6 on the US Billboard 200, we sure aren't the only ones who liked it. Beside the catchy tunes, the dichotomy of the fun sound with the lyrical themes of mental exhaustion and anxiety in songs like Hard Times and Fake Happy provides the listener with a thought-provoking experience. Number 8, Teenage Dream, Katy Perry. The first album to ever have 5 of its singles top the Billboard Hot 100 was Michael Jackson's Bad. The second album to do it was Katy Perry's 2010 pop-tastical Teenage Dream. 2 years prior, Perry had kissed a girl, liked it, and became a pop sensation. With Teenage Dream, she slayed any doubts that she was a one-shot pop music firework.
Baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you were.
The hit-filled album let everyone know that this California girl was here to stay. From playful to inspiring, Perry's album saw commercial success, and while some critics didn't get it, some like the AV Club saw Teenage Dream for what it was: pure pop perfection. Number 7, Sweetener, Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande's 2019 album, Thank You, Next, featured her first 2 number 1 hits. However, we would argue that as good a pop LP as it was her previous year's effort, Sweetener, which stands out as her best complete album, and one of the best of the 2000s. On the album, Grande speaks about everything from sex to anxiety, and does it in a pop context that isn't afraid to explore some new and unexpected sounds, including house and trap.
Light is coming to give back everything the darkness stole.
In fact, Rolling Stone magazine went so far as to say that the album proved trap was the new pop. Grande has always had an amazing vocal range, and with Sweetener, she expanded her sonic range as well.
I keep on breathing.
Number 6, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Billie Eilish.
Don't you know I'm no good for you?
After gaining a following with her debut EP, Don't Smile at Me, Billie Eilish took a massive leap to pop music stardom with the release of her first studio album in 2019.
You should see me in a crowd. I'm gonna run, there's nothing to help.
Born from Eilish's Night Terrors, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Has some very darkly comic undertones. She has her mind set on world domination in the record's first single, You Should See Me in a Crown.
Watch me make them bow one by one.
On the Record of the Year winning track Bad Guy, she turns the pop stereotype on its head, taking a dominant position usually reserved for the male POV. For such a young artist, she was born in 2001, Eilish showed an impressive maturity in her songwriting abilities, both musically and lyrically.
I'm the bad guy.
Duh.
Number 5, 1989, Taylor Swift.
I say I'm too late. Got nothing in my brain.
Taylor Swift's fourth album, Red, saw her begin to step into the pop world and away from her country music beginnings. However, it was her next album, 1989, that saw her transition completely into the pop icon she was to become.
The players gonna play, and the haters gonna hate.
As she even said at the time, this is my very first documented official pop album, and what a debut it was. With 3 of the album's singles, Shake It Off, Blank Space and Bad Blood, all hitting number 1, Swift proved her genre-jumping abilities were on point.
'Cause baby, now we got bad blood.
1989 also went on to win Swift Grammys for both Album of the Year and Best Pop Vocal Album.
But I got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name.
Number 4, Purpose, Justin Bieber.
What do you mean?
It's hard to believe, but when the decade of the 2010s started, most people probably didn't even know who Justin Bieber was. But that all changed in March of 2010, with the release of his debut album, My World 2.0. Maybe even more amazing is that in just 5 years, he went from the baby-faced baby singer to the tattered-up Bieber, leading a new pop generation with purpose.
You're running out of time, what do you mean? What do you mean?
With What Do You Mean and Sorry, the Biebs brought a little dance hall and house to his pop stylings. With Love Yourself, he stripped everything away for a beautifully minimalist acoustic track that became the album's 3rd straight number 1 hit.
You should go and love yourself.
Number 3, Lemonade, Beyoncé.
Hold up, they don't love you like I love you. Slow down, they don't love you like I love you.
Lemonade may be a drink that children sell on the corner for $1, but there's nothing childish about Beyoncé's 2016 similarly titled album. In the aftermath of her husband's cheating, Lemonade is the roadmap of Bey's emotional and mental healing, set against a broader cultural framework.
I ain't thinking about you.
More than just an album, Lemonade is an art pop masterpiece that flows in and out of various genres to tell its story. A story it also told via a Lemonade movie Beyoncé released in conjunction with the LP. Lemonade isn't just a collection of songs, it's a complete artistic experience. And a great one at that. Number 2, Born This Way, Lady Gaga.
I'm gonna marry the night. I won't give up on my life.
Talk about consistency. Along with being a huge commercial hit, Lady Gaga's 2011 album, Born This Way, garnered the pop superstar her 3rd straight Grammy nomination for Album of the Year, and deservedly so. Following the success of The Fame and The Fame Monster, Gaga had a lot to live up to. But if she felt any pressure, she sure didn't show it. Her signature dance pop sound is definitely present throughout the album, with the title track and others. However, Gaga also named Bruce Springsteen as one of her main influences on the record, which can be heard in songs like The Edge of Glory. In an interview prior to its release, Gaga stated the album is the greatest music she's ever written. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Pure Heroine, Lorde. Lorde became pop music royalty to some after this great debut album.
And we'll never be royals. It's running our blood.
Emotion, Carly Rae Jepsen. We really like this album. Ceremonials, Florence and the Machine. Florence put the machine to work and produced this Best Pop Vocal Album nominee. The 2020 Experience, Justin Timberlake. No hindsight needed here, we know how good this album was in 2013.
As long as I got my suit and tie, I'ma leave it all on the floor tonight.
Dirty Computer, Janelle Monáe. A funky pop album that makes you feel good.
That's just the way you make me feel. That's just the way you make me feel.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, 21. Adele. Adele's debut album, 19, was a hit and led to her taking home the Grammy for Best New Artist. However, no one could have predicted the worldwide phenomenon that was her follow-up, 2011's 21.
We could have had it.
The LP rolled in with Rolling in the Deep. She followed up that great track with a beautiful expression of love, loss, and heartache in Someone Like You.
Never mind, I'll find someone like you.
Both songs were #1 hits, and that streak continued with the album's third single, Set Fire to the Rain, a beautiful showcase of Adele's vocal gifts. A gift so many of us were happy to bring into our homes. So many that the album stands among the top 20 best-selling albums ever, paving the way for more hits like 25. What pop album from the previous decade do you still have on heavy rotation? Pop into our comments and let us know.
Sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.